I am Sirandao, the chairperson of the Alliance of Victim-led Organizations, AVLO. I'm here with my colleagues from the different civil society organization and from the media. And we also had a victim, Seinabu, here to visit the Ministry of Higher Education today to have a discussion, a very open discussion that we are hoping to advance the implementation of the recommendations of by the TRRC with regards to the specific incidents of the April 10, 11 incident, the massacre that happened of students and young people back in 2000. Yesterday, on Saturday, we commemorated the April 10, 11 incident at the Youth Monument in Westfield. And it was very unfortunate not to have the participation of the government at that time. And also, not just this year, but for many years that we've been commemorating and not having the participation of the government. So we felt that it is now time really to come forward and have a conversation with the relevant institution, MOHAS being one of them who's part of the implementers, or who should be part of the implementers of some of the recommendations in terms of particularly the setting up of a committee or claims unit division where a student or annual meeting between students and government and the ministry in particular to discuss concerns and how to move forward more education and more importantly student welfare in the context of addressing the past, but also in the context of really setting up a strong participation, strong relationship between the government in moving the country forward, moving the student welfare, moving student interest, and of course strengthening our education structures and our education system in the Gambia. And I must say, and I think my colleagues here would agree with me, that we had a very productive meeting, a very receptive minister and his team, very receptive, and they also very impressively also that action points have already been established, and we are looking forward to seeing those action points being implemented, which is communicating to all the satellite units of the ministry to come up with ideas and solutions to how do we move forward. And I think particularly like that he's really looking for a participatory approach, not just a top-down approach, but a bottom-up approach. So eventually we expect to have a task force emanating from civil society and the victims, as well as the ministry's representatives, to move forward, make sure that next year when we commemorate the 2027, when we commemorate April 11, 10th and 11, it will be a joint commemoration. And more importantly also that we are seeing concrete steps being taken towards the implementation of the TRRC recommendations. Hopefully, who knows, by next year we might have our first meeting with the ministries, both Ministry of Higher Education and Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, in the consultative meetings to look at the concerns that students around the country are facing, but also really pushing the agenda of never again, making sure that students in schools is one of the action points by next year, and continuing the work that's being already done by civil society, that the government is engaging in making sure that students in schools are aware of what happened back in 2000, April 10, 11, and using that as a springboard to strengthen our systems and to strengthen our structures and improve student well-being in the Gambia.